Well, I'm in the after-school program for kids who are seniors getting ready for college, and I don't know what it is, but since the very first day, she's had an attitude with me.
Okay, explain it.
Well,
Give me some examples.
She's always picking on us, us as in me and the other 2 black students in the class, constantly, every day, always picking on us. She doesn't bother anybody else.
Okay, always picking on us doesn't tell me anything. Give me some examples, give me some statements, give me some actions that lead you to the conclusion that she's picking on you.
There was one situation where me and the other black students were talking about books that were being banned across the country, and she brought up Huckleberry Finn, and while she was discussing it, she said she didn't understand why my people get offended when white people say the N-word. And then she proceeded to just say it multiple times throughout the day after that. And I told her, like, she can't say that, that's rude. And she said, since nobody died, then it's not offensive for a white person to say it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's one instance, but you said she picks on you all the time, so you got to give me more than that.
Every time there's a situation going on in class, like if somebody's being disruptive or if something happens, like she finds notes on her desk and she's always blaming it on me as if I'm the one who's doing it and it's not me.
Okay, but you said just you. Is it you and the other 2 black girls or just you?
Just me.
Okay, so,
well, she
doesn't seem to have it in for you. She may have it in for you.
Possibly.
Okay. Mr. Gardner, step forward again. Because you in your statement made the same complaint that it appears that Ms. McGee has a problem with your child and she is picking on your child. Now tell me why you believe that.
Well, I think that from the very beginning she's had a problem with my daughter. My daughter, she sometimes might not do the things that she's supposed to do or listen the way she should to her teachers, but for whatever reason, she seems to have had a problem with my daughter.
Doesn't tell me anything, because what it says to me is that when your child doesn't listen to what she does and doesn't do what she says, that she may discipline her, or she may correct her, or she may speak to her about it. So that doesn't sound like a problem with her. It sounds like she's bringing attention to herself by not doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I just think that she picks on her.
Why?
I don't know. I think she just has it out for my daughter for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't understand why. I don't know what it is. My daughter's a sweet young lady. She's trying to get herself into college, and for whatever reason, it just seems as though she keeps picking on my daughter.
I hate when parents use that word. She picks on my daughter. She seems to keep picking on her because your daughter seems to keep getting in trouble.
My daughter is
You
sweet
don't
as an
think
angel.
your daughter gets in trouble?
I back her 100%. She's sweet as an angel.
Ooh, she got you fooled. Sit down. Sweet as an angel. I back her 100%. I can tell by that smile on your daughter's face that she a sneaky little thing and does quite a lot of little things that she shouldn't do. Now, but I'm gonna get over here to you, Ms. McGee, because she made a comment that she made in her testimony that you all were talking about the book Huckleberry Finn, and you made the statement that what's wrong with the N-word and why do you, quote, your people get so upset with that? Everybody should have a right to use that word. Do you recall making such a statement?
I didn't make that statement,
She just made it up.
She twisted a situation around.
Okay, you tell me from your words.
I'll tell you what happened. Huckleberry Finn is a book that's come under tremendous controversy over the years. These students in the class are studying major pieces of literature to get them ready for college. So Huckleberry Finn is one of the many pieces of literature that we're talking about. When we were going to discuss the book, I surveyed the class to let them know that this book has some 200 times an offensive word, the N-word, is used in this book. But we need to discuss whether it's racist or whether or not the author was not racist, and the implications that this book might have. Tiffany was late to class that day. The class voted on whether or not they wanted to continue with this discussion. They had the option to say no, they don't want to discuss Huckleberry Finn. They all voted yes, they did want to discuss the book. The only time that I used the word was in reading a line from the book.
Okay.
the way that Huckleberry Finn had called his friend Jim.
Now, there's a lot of layers to the issues at hand because obviously the defendant is a white woman, the plaintiff is a black young lady. And yes, Huckleberry Finn does use the N-word a lot. So the discussion of whether or not it was used in a racially charged manner in the book, to me seems like a discussion that you might have in a high school class. However, I do think saying the word, even when it's just being read from a line in a book, comes with its own set of problems. Because there's the argument of, can you say it while singing a song? Does the word have the potential to be used in a way that is not racially negative? Which, obviously, I have no leg to stand on to say one way or the other. Now, I know I have a lot of black viewers, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
Now, there's another statement she said that on one occasion, you asked and questioned, was she there on probation in the after-school program? Was she sent there as a condition of probation?
No, I did not. I did not.
You never said that.
No, and
You just made that up?
No, she did say it. It was my very first day. She asked me if I was there on probation. I told her that was offensive, and she just laughed and said she was joking.
Did you tell your parents about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you just might as well stand on up here. Come on back. Do you recall that?
Yes, ma'am.
Your daughter complaining about that the first day of school?
Yes, ma'am.
That the teacher asked her why was she in the program? Was she on probation? Since it was an after-school program?
Yes.
And what was your
That's
response?
offensive. That is offensive.
And you have no recollection of that?
not only no recollection, I would never, ever say that. I had asked her to leave class early because she persisted on calling me an old hag. And she also was leaving notes, which she's now saying she wasn't necessarily the person who left them. One note said senile or Alzheimer's with a question mark. She left me suggestions on a nursing home that I might want to go to.
Now, did she leave these notes? You certain it was her?
She didn't say, I left your notes on your desk, but there was evidence that she had, in particular because she's the only student in the class that keeps talking about my age and that I'm too old to be there.
Tell me why you took the phone.
Okay, back to that. Among the evidence that I gave you is the sign that is posted clearly throughout my classroom. That if you, and all the students know...
Use your phone, lose it, and lose it until you go home. Okay, so
correct.
What
so
was
she was
doing?
using it, and Judge, this was not the first time.
Let me hear what your witness has to say. So you put the phone in your drawer, and the next thing you know, the phone's lost, stolen, or not there.
Well, the way that we do it is the phone goes into the door. Into the drawer until the close of the day. So then, at the close of the day, it wasn't there.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's your name?
My name's Charlotte, sorry.
Charlotte Bryant. What did you have to add to this?
Yes, ma'am. So I have witnessed Tiffany be very rude to Miss McGee.
In what manner, and what did you witness?
I've seen her put the notes on her desk. I've seen her do all of that. So I've seen her be...
You've seen her put a piece of paper on her desk. Have you seen what the paper said?
Yes, ma'am. The Alzheimer's, and I've also seen her to put the retirement brochures on her desk.
Okay. But now, if you took her phone and you put it in your desk drawer,
Yes.
you have now the responsibility for making sure that phone remains in that desk drawer. How did it get out of your desk drawer?
We took a break, and during the time that we were out of the classroom for a bathroom break...
All of you out of the classroom at the same time?
We generally all leave the classroom at the same time.
Well, that's poor part on your part if you're going to put students' stuff in your drawer. You said if you use it, you lose it until the end of class. So then you got to find a way to keep that under protection if you're going to take the phones from the children. You can't take their personal property away from him and not secure it safely.
When I was in junior high, I got my phone taken away by this one specific teacher, okay? This was back when like smartphones weren't even a thing. I had like a flip phone, I think. There was no surfing the internet, scrolling through Instagram. That being said, I had my phone in my pocket. Now, if we know anything about women's pant pockets, we know that they're about this deep okay? I had a phone that stuck out slightly, but it fell out of my pocket onto the ground, and my teacher, she took my phone and she said that I needed my parent to come pick it up. My parents' phone that they bought for me, and you have the audacity to take it and lock it away and give it to the office. Needless to say, my mom was very annoyed by this, especially the fact that I didn't even use the phone in class. But obviously, my opinion on teachers taking phones away from students during class is a little biased. Sure, kids should not be on their phones during class. In my opinion, she should have given it back the moment class was let out. You're taking on too much responsibility to the whereabouts of this phone, and if something were to happen to it, which clearly something did, that's all gonna land on you.
So both of you bear responsibility. You took it from her, you bear responsibility to make sure it gets back to her, because you know that phone, you know the parents are paying for those things when you take it from them. So you should have had a safe or a desk that locked. You shouldn't have had the phone in the first place out using it so she wouldn't have to take it. So you're responsible, you're responsible. So I'm going to order you to pay half, because poor Mr. Gardner's the only one out of money. So I'm going to order you to pay $500 for the cost of that telephone, and I see your mouth is about to drop open, and why?
It never would have been taken from her.
I just said she bears responsibility. I know that. That's why I said she bears responsibility. It never would have been taken from her if she weren't on it. That's her responsibility. It never would have gotten stolen if you didn't put it in your drawer unlocked. That's your responsibility.
Exactly.
Now you got it?
Understood.
If you're going to take children's property from them, you have to ensure that they can get that property back. And I understand why you do it, but you can't do it and then when the phone is gone later on or whatever, say, oops, I don't know what happened. And you can't, everyone out of the classroom at the same time, and you have things in your drawer that you've taken from kids, and you know that? That's not very smart either, and very wise on your part. No. You should have left someone responsible, perhaps this person, and said, I'm going to take my restroom break. You know? And I've never known a teacher to leave out and go take on a restroom break anyway, during class.
When you get old.
Then you better find somebody to monitor your desk. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500.
Judge Maybelline has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $500.
I feel as though you're responsible for the full cost of my daughter's phone.
Would you be involved also? That would help the rest of the year go much smoothly.
Just email me any problems you're having with her.
To be honest, this seems like a classic case of just a troubled kid who misbehaves in class and blames everybody else for their problems. I really don't think that the defendant was doing anything malicious to the young lady, seeing as she has a witness who very clearly backed her up on everything she had to say. I feel like the plaintiff really was just trying to grasp at straws to justify her poor behavior. Now, hopefully her dad sees this and is able to make any necessary changes, because if we know anything about troubled teens, the trouble usually starts in the home. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. Let me know in the comments down below.